Hello, everybody. Here's your current events for today, Monday, April 27th, 2020. The United States is nearing the 1 million mark for the number of COVID-19 cases. However, there appears to be some good news in that the number of new cases being reported in many states, including Michigan, is consistently declining. The World Health Organization released a statement saying that there is no evidence at this time that contracting the coronavirus makes you immune to a second infection. This finding could put into jeopardy health officials' plan to have immunity passports, which would allow recovered patients to resume normal activities. Remember, this is early on. We still don't know a lot about this virus. They just cannot say for sure that we have immunity. Other experts have said that in past coronaviruses, whether it be SARS or MERS that have happened much earlier, that there was immunity. So it's something that still needs to be studied. I wouldn't take that as a definitive statement just as of yet. According to Dr. Anthony Fauci, the United States is currently testing between 1.5 and 2 million people per week. And he said that number being tested should double in the next several weeks. Testing and making sure that we know who has the virus and who doesn't is going to be essential to get our economy back to normal. On Friday, Michigan's Governor Gretchen Whitmer extended the shelter-in-place order until May 15th. The governor also announced the easing of some restrictions. State residents will be allowed to go golfing, but you must walk and continue to maintain your 6 feet social distancing. And you'll also be allowed to go motorboating. Garden centers may reopen. The selling of carpet and paint is once again allowed as well. The governor also signed an executive order on Friday requiring that anyone who is in an enclosed public space must wear some sort of face covering, albeit a mask or scarf. Employers under the new order must provide all employees with a mask. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nissel is asking local law enforcement agencies to use discretion when dealing with businesses that are not providing their employees with masks due to the ongoing shortage of medical supplies. There's been a wide variety of reports over Kim Jong-un's health. The common theme in the reports that came out over the weekend is that the North Korean leader has had some sort of cardiovascular surgery weeks ago. Some media outlets in Japan are reporting that Kim has died, while others report that he is in a vegetative state after a botched surgical procedure. South Korea is reporting that the leader is alive and well. The one thing that is certain is that no one has seen Kim Jong-un in public since early April. One report even said this could be part of his ploy of gathering attention once again. He must have run out of missiles to test. Today's political cartoon is about the price of gasoline and the price of future contracts for oil. The future contracts for oil are continuing to fall over concern of oil storage capacity. The low cost of oil is translating to the pump, where the average price for a gallon of gas in Michigan is now $1.57. I had to fill up over the weekend and I paid $1.35 a gallon. And for some reason, $1.35 is a number that has stuck in my head since my junior year in high school, because I remember going to fill up my 1971 Oldsmobile Cutlass and the gas had risen to $1.35 a gallon. And I remember how I thought that was so expensive. I could not believe it. And now, once again, I'm paying $1.35 a gallon almost 40 years later. This day in history, what happened on April 27th? In 1591, Ferdinand Magellan was killed during a tribal skirmish in the Philippines. Ferdinand Magellan is credited with being the first to sail around the world. Well, he didn't make it. He made it to the Philippines. His crew, however, made it around the world. In 1773, the British Parliament passes the Tea Act, an attempt to help the struggling East India Company. Many in Great Britain thought the colonists would not take issue with the lowering of British taxes on tea. However, the Sons of Liberty were upset that an earlier placed tax on tea remained for the colonists, but was abolished from tea entering England. This led to the Boston Tea Party, where patriots dressed like Mohawk Native Americans dumped tea into the Boston Harbor that would have a value in today's money of nearly $1 million. In 1994, South Africa holds its first multiracial post-apartheid parliamentary elections, where Nelson Mandela was chosen to head a new coalition government. This is huge because Nelson Mandela was a leader of the anti-apartheid movement. Apartheid literally means separateness. It is, if we want to draw a distinction to the United States, it is de jure segregation, segregation by law, that did not end until the late 80s, early 90s in South Africa due to worldwide pressure. Nelson Mandela was a leader against apartheid and was sentenced and spent 27 years of his life in prison because of his role against fighting against apartheid. And he was released and went on to become president of South Africa. Well, that's our current events for today, Monday, April 27th, 2020. I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, this is Mr. Ruska signing off from the home office, reminding you to keep calm and keep on reading. See you tomorrow.